Alright everyone, welcome to a brand new series I'm going to be starting on my channel. This is called Factorio. Now, if you haven't heard about this game, this is a pretty insane game. The addiction level to this game can be real. Basically, we are going to be building a mega base by the end of this series. Now, I do have custom mods installed on this, so it's going to give it kind of a little bit of an edge. I will link all the mods in the description below, so you can check those out if you find some of them fascinating. Some of them will be mandatory, like Afraid of the Dark, so I can record at night. The usual shenanigans like that. This is going to be a modified type playthrough, so we are using Death World settings, but I am going to go peaceful mode, at least at the start, so I can kind of explain things and go and take you guys through step-by-step processes and what we're going to be doing, the usual shenanigans. But I also want the Death World setting, so when we do start going nuts and bonkers with the biters and everything, I can actually go full on just kill biter mode, and you'll see that later on throughout the playthrough. It's actually pretty cool the way it eventually ends up. Obviously, I am only going one section of water, so there will be a specific mod that lets me do water fill in this game, so that'll work out. I'm going max resources. I want to build big. I don't want to be limited to just having X amount of resources. At least for the first playthrough I take you guys through. Maybe after the first one we can start doing some custom challenges, etc. And maybe really pushing the limits to what we can and cannot build. But otherwise, without further ado, these are pretty much all the options. You got pollution, research, queues always. We got the biters. We're starting out as peaceful, so I can basically trigger attacks at any given point if I want to. And then obviously the terrain, we're not doing cliffs, so it's going to be a flat terrain. We're not doing water, so we're limited to just this starting area of water. And then pretty much the moisture and the rest of the stuff is just kind of for aesthetic pleases for myself. Alright, without further ado, let's get this map on the this show on the road. Alright, we're going to skip the initial. We're going to screw around with the settings a little and everything to make sure the sound and everything works out right too. So, first thing I want to do, I want to get this saved. We'll save this Twitch playthrough 1. Let me get my overlay up for that. Okay. Now, first thing we want, I do have a few, I gotta remember how to play for the hotkeys on these. Okay. Hey, give me a few. It's been a while since I played this. Alright, there we go. That's that. I'll explain what I'm doing with this stuff in 1 second. Let me just get all these values set up. Okay, basically I'm only going to be keeping about 100 wood in my inventory. I want to only keep about 50 coal. I don't want to keep iron ore, copper ore, or uranium, so they'll automatically go to the trash slots, which work out good in my favor. I'm going to pin the upgrade planner there and the deconstruction planner, and then I always put these in my bar also. Alright, hang on a second. Let's put this one in there, and that should go there, and then we can put that one in there. Alright. So I'm still getting used to these keys again. It's been a while since I played this game because I play a lot of other games with similar key bindings, and it's a little bit difficult at the start. So bear with me, and we're going to get all this taken care of. Now, to basically empty items out like I am doing right now, just kind of mousing over, you hold down control and then you left click over an item. And that'll basically let you select items. Alright, to start this off, we are going to be having burner miners right here, and then stone furnaces. So first one I want to put there, next one I want to put there, and then we'll put that wood in there. Okay, now I do... Okay, where is my deconstructor? Alright. Alright, Q's to deselect. Alright. I'm relearning my keys as we go. Alright. Now, I have something that's a little bit kind of a cheating ability, but it's a good starter. It's a good starter thing, I should say. Let me see where I can find... These are a mod you can add into the game. These are construction drones. Now, what these do are they allow you to basically automate your building process for the most part. You can deconstruct stuff by using the deconstruct planner, which is this one right here. And these little derpy bots will go out and do the work for you. They do have a limited AI ability. It does get really crazy at times, but they will basically help you automate your building process. So they will deconstruct stuff, they will build stuff for me, and it's a good early game starter. Alright, next thing we're going to do, I have a mod installed that is called settings. Even distribution. That's what it's called. Now basically I can hit Control or Shift and C, and anything I have in my trash slots will basically get evenly distributed throughout my buildings and my facilities, which is kind of nice. It's a good starter thing for you to be able to use. Now, we need to basically make an array of burner miners and furnaces. So let me... No stone. No stone. I'm just looking for some stone rocks to make some stone furnaces, which does not look like we have any. So what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to build one iron chest off the back, and we are going to mine some stone right off the back at the beginning of this playthrough. Unfortunately, the downside of these derpy construction drones is if you're trying to mine stuff or pick stuff up, they do get in the way. Alright, let's get one stone furnace made. And see, I can toggle them on and off right here if I want them to stop doing actions. Which right now I do. We're going to get a couple more pieces of stone mined. I need to remember how to set up my bars. I kind of like custom setting up my bars a little bit, so we're going to go there. I need to... Okay. We need to come back over here to our first burner miner and smelter. We're going to control left click to take all the iron plates, which is nice, okay? And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to automate the initial production of stone. So, because we don't have any stone rocks or coal rocks, as people like to call them, this is basically going to let us automate the first part of our build, which is going to start mining stone for us, which is going to be a necessity for getting our base up and running. So, build a couple more burner miners. We'll control left click to get that stone. We will build another stone furnace. I will put this one there. We can put another one there. And now basically we will start producing stone at this section. So I can run back over here to the iron. Because it's already been filled, I can take the iron plates. I can build another burner miner. Put that down. You rotate buildings by clicking R, just so you know. And then to pick up buildings, or pick up things like that, you can hold down right click. To access the research menu, you're going to hit T. First thing you want is automation. Then you can exit out of that. Control click to pick that up. We'll build a couple furnaces. We'll put the next furnace down right here. Control C to fill it with wood. That's just because I have excess wood in my inventory right now. I can automatically fill up these burner miners. We'll put down, you just select what you want. by left clicking, and then you drag. And control click to get the iron plates. Now we run back up here. We're going to grab some more stone. Get that stone out. Just single click to build these one at a time. Or you can control click to build them all. Like that. Or shift click. I'm sorry. And now what I'm going to do is we'll build one more over here. And this little square setup just like this will give you enough stone production to get you into building basically a starter base. You should have more than enough stone with this setup to build a starter base. Let's continue building more furnaces. We will fuel all these. Get some more burner miners down. Put one there. Oh. Don't want to shoot my own buildings. Oh yeah, you do get weapons in this game, so... And you can damage your own stuff. So we will take the iron plates. We'll keep building. I like building these in rows of 10 to start off with. We'll take the iron. Oh, pick that up. Put that there. Alright. Now, what you're also going to want to do at the start, once you get a good row of iron burner miners up and running in furnaces, you're going to want to come down here to the coal patch, which is this black stuff right here. And you're going to want to put down more burner miners. But you're going to want to do it in a specific pattern. You want to take one piece of wood, which all you got to do is select the wood by left clicking, and then you're going to use the button Z over the burner miner. And this is basically going to fuel it one time. And we'll get back to this in a second, okay? There's a trick to this. You guys are going to like this. Now, everything in this game needs fuel. It needs power to function. So, as you can see, we are consuming wood for these furnaces to operate. The same thing with the burner miners. They are constantly draining the fuel, which is the wood. So, what we need to do is we are going to automate a coal production. This is early game coal production. Now, as you can see, each one of these burner miners has a arrow on them. This indicates which way the output is going to be for these. And by basically chaining them like this, I am feeding one coal into each one initially, so that they'll constantly keep running. And if I turn it like this, and we'll get one more in. Okay, you can do this in a group of 4 too. All you gotta do is just make the arrows identical, and then they'll basically keep feeding each other. Now, as long as these have fuel, or a single piece of coal in one of them, they will constantly keep producing fuel. And it will output the fuel into the one next to it. And what I can do now is hold down Control, left click over all these, and I have basically picked up every single piece of coal in these, but they will keep running. That's the beauty of it. And even if they do stay out of fuel like this indicator right there, because it's still being fed coal from the previous one, they will eventually refuel themselves and allow them to keep going. Now, because I'm going to start using coal now as my fuel for my burner miners, I can just hit Control C, and it will use coal to fuel the furnaces and the burner miners up, like this. Watch. Like, you see how these are empty? I hit Control or Shift and C because of my mod. It will now fill all these up with coal evenly, which is really cool because it helps automate the process. And now, all I gotta do is shift left click on the burner miner drills. You can see down on the left hand side, I am basically making the full stacks of each one. And we're gonna keep taking the iron. We are gonna take the stone again. I'm gonna make some more. I'm going to take iron. And now you're going to see basically my burner miners and everything starting to build up right here. And actually these are in the wrong spot. It's middle mouse button to take them off your bar right here. This is going to be reserved for my belts. Starting early game, I put these over here. I got boxes. It's going to be power... Let me think. No, power poles are up here. Inserters, I put pipe and pipe there. These are another mod. I'll get into these in a second. Let me see. I'm just making sure my everything's set up right. Oh, radars. That's the other major thing I put on my bars. I put radars right there. Okay. Alright, let's refuel. Now, if you aren't using this mod for fuel, easy distribution, all you have to do is either select... You can put this on a bar too, so it doesn't matter. You put it on your bar, you select the coal, you can hit Z, and you can deposit coal in the burner miners or the furnaces like this manually by just dragging it, or hit Control, and it would evenly just distribute the coal also. Kind of cool, huh? Alright, let's get down these. I need to come over to the copper now and put down 4 initially for copper. We're going to put that like that. I'm going to fuel everything with coal by hitting my distribution button. And this setup is basically going to get you started on the early game. Now, speedrunners, which is a different story I'm not really going to get into. Ideally, for early game coal production, this is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want a set of what is this? 2, 4, 10, 20 burner miners like this. And this will completely fuel your entire coal needs for early game. Do that. Get the stone again. I don't need the coal on my bar because I'm using the mod. We'll take that off. I'm going to come here. We're going to take the iron plates. I now got copper plates. I'm going to build... don't need that many. And take this stuff off your bar. All you got to do is right click it. And it'll take it off. And then if you build multiple things, all you got to do is shift and left click and then it'll clear everything. Right clicking on an inventory item will help you build in stacks of 5. So I'm going to go... couple burner inserters. I'm going to need belts, which we will get into in a second. I'm going to build some more chests. A couple more furnaces. We'll get more of that. We'll get that. We'll get the copper. I'm going to need 2 steam engines, 1 boiler, 1 electric miner. Let's get the coal stacked. Alright, alright, let's get 1 more batch of that. Get that. You're gonna need 1 water pump. And then your power poles. Oh yeah, pipes. Cannot forget the pipes. And I'll show you what we're going to be doing with all this in a second. Alright, now, we need to go up to our first deposit of water, and we need to build a basic power plant. Power is everything in this game, so once we get power up and running, we're going to be able to start progressing a little bit more. I'm going to fill this with coal. Alright. And then we're also going to need to build a radar. We'll get that up and running in a sec. Alright, we got the copper. Let's get the armor too. And a couple of firearms. Okay. Let's come up to our water supply right here. Now, this game is about pre-planning too. So you hit M for your map. This is my visible map. I am going to be building my first power plant right here. Now, for aesthetic purposes, I got blueprints for everything too. So we'll go over that later on. But to show you guys how everything works right off the back, let me put my offshore pumps right here. Okay? See how it lights up green like this? Put the pump right there. I should... Let me... Don't need that many power poles. I gotta start getting some pipes so I can start doing the plumbing in this. But what we're gonna do is... We're gonna take our boiler. As you can see, it has arrows now. I'm gonna put my first boiler right there. This is the water... Okay, there we go. That's right now. And actually, let's put the first boiler a little farther up. Alright. We're going to take this undergroundy right here. We're going to connect that to that like this. And then we're going to connect it with the normal pipe. And I'm going to put a single pipe there. Steam engine here. And then I'm going to put another steam engine right here. Now, this is going to be the basic start of our power production. And actually, I got to do something a little bit different. Bear with me, guys. Alright, we'll do that. There we go. I like that better. Okay, this is going to make it easier to run a belt line right up here. Okay, belts basically transport every single thing in this game. So we're going to put a regular inserter, or you can use what they call a burner inserter. These burner inserters essentially are things that use coal or wood to basically feed into the machine you want to. Alright, we need to get a single power pole there. We'll drag the power poles down in a second, but I'm going to put a box right here. I'm going to put another inserter there. And I'm going to connect these things with power poles. As you can see right here, we have 0 production for power, 0 satisfactory for power. Inside the green, or inside the blue square, is what this power pole has range for. And because I got this box here, I'm going to go over to my logistics, take the coal out of there, and then I'm basically going to put all my coal into there. And now, this thing, I'm actually going to have to put one more power pole like this. And now, this thing is going to basically feed into the boiler, which is using wood right now, but that's fine. It's going to take the water, convert it into steam, and that is going to produce power through our steam turbines. And we now basically have the first set of power up and running. And let's see. Alright, there we go. 1 second. Okay. I'm sorry about that. I had to look at something real fast. Alright, let's drag the power poles down to our base now. Let's take this big spaceship out of the way. Alright. And for my starter base, I'm going to build that right here. Okay, now what we're going to need to start out with, we're going to need a research lab. So, let's collect that. Let's get that. Let's see. Alright. Sorry, I'm still tweaking settings a little bit, so bear with me, guys. Alright, we're going to take all our coal again. I'm going to take my stone, and I'm actually going to manually refeed the coal. There we go. Alright. Good deal. Alright, now we need to produce a single lab, and then we need to go over to this button right here. We need to make 10 of these science packs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I just do them one at a time manually just to show you guys initially. going to put the radar down here so that basically increases our radar coverage, and we can see when we run off the map. Alright, let's get our lab, which is going to go right here. And now I am going to manually feed the science packs in. And this is going to start our first automation research, which is what we need. This is going to get our research going for automation, so we're going to keep feeding the science packs in. And while they're building, we are going to make another row of burner miners too. Once we get them, we'll make 10 more of these, and then we're going to start making everything else we need for our base production. I'm going to need those. I'm going to get 10 more derpy bots. Alright. I like to have about 30 construction bots on me just to help along the building process of early game. So, now, because I am actually playing Death World settings on this, I'm going to have to pick it up just a little bit because biters are eventually going to start overrunning us, and I got to at least have walls up and functional. So, they're not going to attack us, but they will get to be a problem, and I'm going to run out of... They'll basically smother me, and I won't have building room. So, alright, we'll get this row down, we'll fuel everything, and about 2 rows of these, about 20 or so furnaces set up like this will get you through early game and into building everything for your starter base. So let's continue getting this up and running. We'll get some more stone. We should have plenty of coal. We got plenty of stone. Alright, let's build some more furnaces. We're going to need more boilers and steam engines, along with electric mining drills. Alright, we now have automation finished, so let me see. I go turrets, walls. No, actually, correction. Logistics, electronics, faster inserters, steel axe, and walls, and then turrets. Okay. And I'll go over each one of those in a second with you guys so you understand what they all are. I just want to finish getting down this row real fast. Put this up, get all this stuff functional. Now, I am going to want a couple more coal or copper furnace setups too. So, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. About 11 of them will hold you early game. I gotta clear out all this real fast. We need to build assembling machines first. So we'll get a couple assemblers up and running. I need to get a couple inserters, wood chest and iron chest, and a couple power poles. And let me see if I remember where I put the assemblers on my bar. Alright, assemblers go right here on my bar. Good deal. Alright. Now, I'm going to go to my blueprints. Let me see. Early jump starter base. This is going to be what we use to start our jump base. And this is from Nilaus. I hope I pronounced his name right. But this is a standard design. Anybody can make this. I will give the guy props for making the blueprint. I will be using his stuff. And his content will be linked. His channel will be linked in the description of this video. So check out his channel too. Alright, now we're going to start building this little jump starter base. This is early science production automation. It will build belts for us. It will build green circuits. It will automate gear production and copper coil production too. So we'll get a couple more of these. We'll get a couple of these, couple of these, and these. And this should pretty much, and 3 labs. Now, I'm going to show you how the construction robots work. I'm going to toggle this on just so you guys can see. Hit this button, and my little derpy bots will come out and build everything for me. Just like that. And how simple and easy that was. Now, to make this work, shift and left click to fill this wooden chest with iron plates. And the same thing for this one. Gotta put iron plates in this. And then I need to put copper plates and iron plates in this one. So we're going to need a couple more inserters too. So we'll get those up and running. We'll get that. We'll get that. We'll resupply ourselves with that. We're going to still need a couple more burner miners too. So let's turn our derpy bots back on. They'll finish building this little plaza for me. Good deal. I need to put some iron plates in here. Some more copper plates. Okay. That should automate green circuits for quite a while. And we're going to need to finish automating. Now, this is red science. Yeah, red science packs, which is basic tier 1 science. So this will automate the building of red science for us. And it will automatically put it in the labs for us also, which is very useful. I will manually put down this lab. And as you can see, logistics is now chugging along. Let me save this real fast. Alright. We're going to come back up here. Our burner miner should be up and running very soon. We take all that stuff. Let's gas up everything. We'll come over here. Let's get the coal. Get some more stone. And now we're going to start building electric mining drills with a couple engines and a couple of boilers. Now, the easy way to help you speed along the process of crafting stuff is to take the gears. You're going to definitely want to keep your belts up. You're going to go through belts like crazy. And take the electric circuits. Alright, let's get some more inserters and long inserters. I will get the last lab down. Alright, there we go. We're going to put some more plates in there. And we'll just hit Shift C, even distribute everything. Alright. And that should be the last I need of burner miners. So I'm going to put a junk box right here. I am not going to need any more burner miners, which is good. Alright. Now that science is being automated, we are going to supply this with a little more copper. And we are going to continue progressing now. The next blueprint I'm going to use is also from Nilaus, which is also very useful in doing these types of playthroughs. So we'll take that stuff, we'll take our copper, make sure everything is fueled. I'm going to steal the coal real fast, and then we are going to continue production of our jump starter base. We got belts. We're going to need a lot of inserters. So I'm going to actually just take that out. Take the green circuits. Put copper. Put that in there. I'll put the copper wire in there. We're going to need lots of belts, so I'm going to completely fill that up. Alright, there's autosave. We got enough copper. That should continue making our science. Let's look at power consumption. As you can see, we're making 1.9 megawatts. We're not even remotely using it all, which is good. Alright. We're going to take all this stuff. And now we're making our inserters, which we are going to need a ton of. So let's take those. And now I am going to come down here. Deconstruct all that. I'm going to build a couple more derpy bots. I am going to go to my blueprints. Jump starter base. And I am going to build the first of the jump starter bases right here. We are going to rotate this. And I want this to be... I'm actually just going to build the big one right off the back. This also has steel production in it too. So, my first jump base is going to be right here. And as you can see, I will go... Once we get a secure foundation up and running, I will go over how to actually manually build all this stuff, which is really cool. So, let me see. Do we got... Alright, we're going to need underground belts. Now, underground belts are basically just belts that can skip underground. Or they're kind of like the underground pipes, where I can build something like this. And then I can put an underground here, and it will immediately have like a vacant spot in between, which you'll see in a second. Which will have kind of like a hole right there, which is kind of cool. And it'll let you route stuff throughout there. Alright, we're going to need more stuff. So we're going to take all the plates. We're going to need all the copper. We're going to fuel all that stuff up. We're going to continue making undergrounds. We're going to make some splitters. More power poles. More of those. More of those. We're going to need labs. We're going to need a lot of everything. And now we're going to need to plumb this stuff also. And what I mean by plumb is we are going to take these off our bar. I'm going to put in electric mining drills. Now, the first mining line is going to be iron. And I'll go over ratios too and everything soon. So I'm going to want a row of iron. Now, the down arrow basically indicates where the iron is going to come out. So iron ore will come out this way. I'm going to run this belt completely down here like this. And then we are going to have another iron ore belt come in like here, which is going to connect to this one. And then we are going to have a copper belt that comes in here. So let's come up here. This is our little starter factory. We're going to grab the belts. We're going to grab the electric circuits. We're going to grab the gears. Let's drag this over like so right here. We need to power this stuff. So we can start dragging power lines like this. Alright, that'll take care of power for there. Now, early game, if you run on a belt, you can increase your run speed a little bit, which is a nice little tip and trick. Alright? Our miners now have power, which they are going to be producing iron ore for us. Let me turn my derpies on. They'll start building all this stuff. I'm going to need to build all these stone furnaces because we're going to need them. Let's get a couple more derpies being built. I need to readjust this real fast. And middle mouse button will basically let you clear up this and be able to reselect the position and re-pin another item. Alright, I'm going to need to connect this to a power grid, which we'll put there. And then I'm also going to need to build coal. So, we'll automate coal in a second. And I got a couple of I got a couple more steam engines. We're going to need those. We're going to need boilers. I'm just going to increase my power just a little bit because we're going to need it as time goes on. So, I'm going to build power plants up like so. My research is chugging along nicely, which is good. Refuel all this stuff. Take that. We're going to take these belts because we're going to need them. Put some more iron in there. We do 1 stack of iron, 1 stack of copper. Max the iron plates in there. I'll take the gears. Come back over to our coal. We'll pick up all the coal so we can resupply our power plant right off the back. Take the stone. Alright, and now I'm going... we're going to cancel a few of these things. Just so I can get some of the other stuff up and running first. Alright, first thing I'm going to need 10 of these. 5, let's go 10 of those. A couple inserters. Alright, that should be enough to get going on that. I'm going to build my first coal line right here. Now this is going to be a 2-way split coal line. I'm going to have one going up to the power plant, and I'm going to have one coming all the way down here to my starter base. Which, if you can tell, there's a coal inlet. So we need to drag this all the way down like so until we run out of belts. And then we're going to start building belts ourselves. Alright, 85 more belts. Good deal. You see, this is going to be the intake for coal right here. So we'll do that. We'll come over here. We are going to drag our belts like so this way. And this is going to connect the coal line up to our jump starter base. We need to make sure we get power up here too. So, drag these power lines like this. And you can just click and run and drag, and it works nicely. I'm going to want to drag this section up. And now I'm going to be building a lot of belts. Always need belts in this game. Alright. And then we'll build a big line like this. Alright. Refuel everything. Alright, good deal like this. Here we go. This is going to need more iron plates to keep going, so keep that fuel. We'll take the circuits. I'm going to take the gears. Drag this coal line over. Now, if you run backwards on a belt like this, you're actually going to decrease your speed. So, not a good idea to run on belts backwards. Go down. Alright, and up. Okay. Now, this coal line is basically going to supply our power plant up here with fuel. I'm going to manually fuel all this stuff real fast just to get started. Go all the way up. And go. There we go. And power. Let's get steam turbines. I'm gonna need. I can't make any pipes. I cancel that. And I don't need burner miners. Wait, no, belts. And then inserters. Alright, there we go. Alright, now I can connect the additional steam plants up. Do I have any more? I got one more steam turbine. Let's put that there. We'll plumb this. Like so. Alright, there we go. Now we got additional power, which should hold us for a while. Come back down here. We'll take the copper. We'll get our iron. Now, just to initially start this out, I'm going to split this like so. And now basically this will give me a halfway thorough input into the second line down here. We're going to make a lot of miners now. We'll get copper line up and running. That'll be the first copper line. We got coal coming in, which is good. So I'm going to turn my little derpies back on. Have them finish building this. And now this is going to be what you call a smelting line. We're going to have half lines of both copper, iron plates, and then one is going to be steel plates too. So these will help basically our jump starter base build things. We'll have copper wires being made here in the green circuits, and I'll take you through each step as we progress. Let me go grab a couple more things up here. I need to get more steel, more iron plates. Alright. Come on, derpies, you can come down here. And the beautiful thing about this is as you tech up, you can basically take your existing blueprint, even though you don't have the technology to start with, place it over what you already plopped down, hold shift, left click, and this will set the recipes for everything in this little factory. Alright, we need to change this up real fast. Take the miners out. I'm going to start building some assemblers so we can start automatically building things as we go along. We're going to have belts automated. We will have miners automated, ammo. All the cool things we need. Let me put these down manually just so I can kind of get what I need made right off the back. Okay, that looks good. Good. We're going to need some wooden chests. We're going to need steel chests. We're going to need inserter, long inserters. A couple more power poles. We'll get some miners up and running. Let's see, my derpies build anything else? We're going to need belts. Alright, we're moving and we're grooving. We're getting things built. We ran out of iron plates up here, so let's put those in there. And the nice thing about this is I can steal the iron from this production line now. If you hold F while you're standing over a belt or something, you can basically run across it and pick up everything on that belt. Just like this. So I just stole all the iron off this assembly line. I can still go up here and take everything too, so that's not anything to worry about. We're going to resupply this with iron. Get some more copper in there. Get a couple more copper plates in there. And let's go steal everything from up here. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take all these iron plates. We'll take all this copper. And this is going to let us resupply our little our first jump starter base with iron plates for now. And this will help us keep belts being manufactured. And I can manually fill this too by holding control, clicking an empty spot in my inventory, and left clicking. Now I can take the belts, take those, take those. I'm going to take these. Gives me 52 more belts. I am going to want to come down here. We'll get that stuff made. Let's get the derpies, putting everything down. This is a kind of a cheating way, but you can either use these or nanobots or nano repair bots. Those are also really cool to help you build stuff. Alright, let me see. I don't need power poles right now. I don't need miners. I need my splitters and everything. So, we'll get the derps putting these down. And kind of cheat a little bit. We'll manually feed this one. I'll manually feed this one a little bit. We'll take these belts. We'll take these manually. We can get inserters. That way I can kind of manually start putting some of these things down. Alright, that's got long inserter. We just need belts. Alright. Alright, that'll start automating inserter production. Good, good. We are going to need... Put belts there. We're gonna run up here and grab this stuff. Grab that, grab that. Turn our little derpies back on to finish building this. Alright, let's stop the derps. We are going to have to get our copper line up and running right now, so let's get initial copper production down. Now, you got to watch when you're dragging these things because as you can see right here, this says copper and iron. You don't want that, you just want copper on this line. We'll get power going. Alright, we now have a belt full of copper. Well, not completely full, but it will be eventually. Alright. We'll get this plumbed like this. Alright, now that copper plates are being made, that should help produce some green circuits. And that is going to help us produce inserters. We will get the belts. Let's get this plumbed more. Good deal. We're going to manually feed this just to get a few more assemblers. We'll take the fast inserters. We'll take that. We'll take the long inserters. I'll add fast inserters and long inserters to my bar. We're going to need to make more science labs. We'll get those up and running. We'll take that. We'll take that. Right, we need iron plates. Good deal. We'll make the labs. We're gonna need piping. We're gonna need more power poles. Alright, derps, go forth and build. Nice, nice. Alright. We're moving, we're grooving, we're getting some good production up and running. We'll take the miners, we'll take those, take the ammo, take the excess gears. We need belts, we need undergrounds. Put this in there. Put that down, we'll put that down, we'll put that down. Alright. Take the assemblers. Splitters, good. We got red science being automated down here now. We're gonna need more iron ores, so get another row of miners down. Get these things powered. Like so. Have the derps go back and build some more stuff. I am going to have my derpies come up here now. We are going to disassemble this. Completely disassemble that. I'm going to have the power actually come out like this. Alright, derps. Go disassemble all this. Which did basically give me all my stuff back now. There we go. Come down here. Now the derps can build all this stuff. We got steel being made. Nice. We'll take that. We'll get rid of all our excess crap in our inventory we don't need. Let me see. Put this right here. I'm not going to need the stone. Take the inserters, we'll take the miners, we'll take the ammo. Good, good. Now we're chugging along now. We'll take this stuff. Let's finish building this base. Alright, we're making a lot of progress on this base now. Good deal. We got red science chugging along. Next thing we're going to want optics, turrets, walls, military, green science, and then automation 2. Alright, let's save this. Let's see, how many labs do I got? Take the lab production off like that. Let me see. We're going to take all this again. We're going to take this. We're going to take the belts. We need 2, 4, we need 7 more labs, so let's go. Okay, that should give us 7 labs. We got plenty of power poles. Green circuits is moving. Good. We'll take that. Take the steel. Take the ammo. Alright, we don't need pipes. We don't need power poles right now. We need the labs. So, go forth, my derps, and build. Alright, early game laboratories are set up now, which is nice. So we're going to be able to start progressing even faster. Now, I will take you guys on a step-by-step process of how to build all this stuff once we get the jump starter base up, or I will include separate tutorials as we progress. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to reinforce our iron production up here now. We'll put another line of miners down. I will connect this up into this. Alright. There we go. Alright, science is definitely chugging along now, as you can see. Alright, we got optics, so I'm going to set this recipe to make lights. Now see, because I got Afraid of the Dark mod, it's not as dark as it would be, so you guys can actually kind of see what's going on. We'll take the lamps, and if my derps actually put the lamps down, you can see it just lights up the area a little bit better. So, alright, we'll get ammo. Alright, iron production's been getting picked up pretty well now. Okay, we still need way more furnaces. So, we'll take all that out. We're going to just make all these furnaces. Get the derps to put everything down. We should max our iron plate production up here. Good deal. Copper's starting to lack a little, so let's get a couple more copper miners down. Come back over here. Alright, we got Logistics Science Pack 2s up. So, I can do this one of two ways. I can either set this recipe manually, like this, then hit Control-C and copy this, and then just drag this, like so. Or, I can go back to my blueprints, go to my jump starter base, click this one, which is basically the master template, shift left click on everything, and that'll basically set all the new recipes. See? I did not set turrets manually, but it set the turrets. So, we can come up here and put turrets down now. Oh, we need some radars too. I got the armor equipped already, which is good. We're gonna go machine gun. And now we are basically producing green science packs, which is tier 2 science. And for this, we are going to need... I'm going to need to manually feed inserters to this. And then it also needs belts, so... I'm going to take the inserters, and I'm just going to kind of manually feed in some inserters. And that should help automate that process. Take the turrets. Even though this is a peaceful playthrough, we are going to have to start thinking about walls and biters really soon, so... And as we progress and our base gets bigger, biters are... It basically increases the production of biters, so... And in the rate they grow, which sucks. Alright, we'll get all this connected up. The next one there. We'll start making miners ourselves. We'll take the lights. I don't need copper cables, so we'll put the copper cables in there. I'll put the steel rods in there. I don't need steel rod or iron rods right now. What I do need though are these. So let's take gears. We'll manually feed that. We got extra gears and plates here, so we're gonna steal all these. We're going to manually feed this. I need miners. Take the turrets. We'll take that. And let's go finish doing... Okay, copper is completely saturated. Iron is not saturated yet. So, we need to get these belts saturated. Alright, that gets that saturated like that. And if you guys are liking this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I mean, I want to increase the channel's growth. And the more people that subscribe to both the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel, basically the more people I have, and the more the algorithms will promote my content. Alright, got 19 lamps. Good, good. We got ammo, we got turrets, we got miners. We are really starting to come along in this base. Alright. I'm just kind of manually feeding a few of these to get inserters in. Okay, we're going to have to come up here. Power is lacking, so we're going to have to come up here to fix power. While I'm waiting, I'm going to make some more steam engines. We're going to run up here. We're going to fix our power grid real fast. And then we should really be moving and grooving. Alright, why do you not have power? What am I missed? Ah, that's why this power pulls off. Alright, let's go. Steam engine, steam engine, steam engine. I'm gonna need a couple pipes too. And we're gonna need some inserters. Alright. Alright, that should fix our power plant production. Now, I do have a pre-built power plant I'm going to use, which I'll explain how we do that in a second. Let me find the let me find my blueprint. Here we go. My early game power plant blueprint. Alright, let me see. How do I want to plop this? That's down, so we gotta come like this. I'm gonna plop this bad boy down right here. And then we're going to make as many inserters as I can. And I don't think I got enough materials to build another water pump. Nope. Okay. Automation 2 is finished, so I want heavy armor, weapon shooting, speed, and projectile damage. Then we're going to go into lab research speed, T2 belts, advanced furnaces, go tool belt. There we go. I'm going to kind of pre-plumb this a little bit because I kind of know the way I'm going to set this up. Should be somewhere right about here. We'll connect this piping. Alright, that gets connected like that. Connect the power grid to this like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my upgrade planner, right click it. I want to change burner inserters to normal inserters. Just like this. And I believe I should still have, yeah, okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over here. As you can see, it's going to change 20 burner inserters to 20 normal inserters, which is exactly what I want. So we'll get this built real fast. I'm going to put a radar up right here. We'll get power. We'll get a couple of turrets down just to be on the safe side. And we'll get some ammo. Alright. That takes care of that. Now, we got basic power plant grid up and running. We got coal running into it. Good. We are progressing very nicely. Let's come back down here. We're going to take all the copper we can get our hands on. We're going to take all the iron plates. Like so. Build a couple offshore pumps. Boilers. We're going to need inserters. Only 5 more derps. And now I believe I got automation 2 done, so these are going to be assembler 2s. And I'm going to want to make these as assembler 2s right here. It's going to take steel. These are basically T2 building machines, which crafting speed 0.75 versus crafting speed 0.5. So they're a little bit faster, and these are what we are going to be using for pretty much the start of this playthrough. And we're going to need lots of gears too. And what we can do is we can kind of force feed these things some gears. There we go. Or some iron plates. Let me get my gears. And we're going to manually feed these a couple. Alright. And now I'm going to replace this with an assembler 2. And we're going to start upgrading this base. Gear production is going to be the primary. And you guys know what? I think I'm actually going to call it at this episode. So if you guys are liking this, please subscribe to the channel. Check out my YouTube channel. This will also go up on YouTube for a recap. This will be streamed live on Twitch a lot. So please give a follow to the Twitch channel. Subscribe to the Twitch channel. And I will see you guys at the next one. Take care, and I hope you guys have a good morning.